So when you start writing a science essay, the first thing you want to do is look at the criteria and the rubric and the whole task sheet in general. So everyone wants to aim for a good grade. So to get a good grade, or a 5/6 in criterion A, you have to explain how science is applied and how it may be used to address a specific problem or issue in a local or global context. So these command terms you can look up in the science room, just in Mr. Fink's outside Mr. Fink's office. But if you want to hear it now, explain would mean to give a detailed account, including reasons or causes. To discuss would mean to offer a considered and balanced review that includes a range of arguments, factors, or hypotheses. Opinions or conclusions should be presented clearly and supported by appropriate evidence. And then to evaluate means to assess the implications and limitations, make judgments about the ideas, works, solutions, or methods in relation to selected criteria. And if you want to get a good grade in criterion B, you would want to focus on the communication and make sure that you use sufficient scientific language correctly, and that you communicate scientific information effectively, and when appropriate to the task, you also fully document sources of information correctly. That's pretty much it. And then in the second part, you should brainstorm and construct your ideas. Now, when you do this, you write a box plan, or you can write a box plan, and in this box plan you write down what you can first start by brainstorming what you're gonna write about, and then when you've chosen your theme or your idea, you write down which side you're gonna be on what you're gonna argue in your essay, and then you should write down your arguments and include the paragraphs and what you're going to support in your paragraphs. And then in the end, after writing these paragraphs, you write the conclusion, and in this part you could just write what you personally believe, and conclude what the evidence show, and then that will conclude your essay. After you've written the box plan, you should be ready to write the first draft of your essay. So in your first draft, I would start by writing the outline, and the outline would just include copy pasting the arguments of your box plan into the essay. So you've got the essay organized, and where you're gonna write whatever your argument is. And then after you've got that, you can start writing it with your evidence and what you've researched. And then after you've written that draft and you feel quite happy with it, you should get some feedback on it. And when you've gotten your feedback, you should improve, and you should lastly check with the rubric and see what you've done well, and perhaps what you still can improve. And you should actually check the rubric as you go along writing the essay, as this will keep you up to date with what you have to do. So when you've got your essay finished and you feel happy with it, what you do is you just log on to turn it in, and you put it on there and you send it to Mr. Fink so he can give you a grade.